you pretty much grew up on the show, which is a fascinating thing to happen, and potentially dangerous thing, although you seem to be flying out of it, no problem. But I was wondering if you could take me back to that day when you're shooting the pilot, and you're looking around and you've got, Bryan Cranston and, Anna Gunn and Dean Norris and Betsy Brandt. And the script, some say was written for you, or was very much, something that was right on to you. Do you remember thinking this is special? I know you didn't have a frame of reference.
Oh, we all knew that this was a special project. Like, there was no doubt in our mind. We just never knew that it would be as popular as it was. The only reason why I'm an actor today is because of the show. The only reason why I'm still in this industry is because of the show, and the only reason why I really have a career is because of the show. I could have never imagined the show being what it is now, and I do remember the pilot. It was my favorite episode to shoot. It was my favorite episode in general to be a part of. It was just one of the reasons why I'm still in this business, and I fell in love with what I do because of that pilot. It really was an opportunity of a lifetime, and being a part of this cast. And I remember sitting in an ensemble where it's all five of us in this one scene, and we're all getting coverage, and we're shooting all day. And that's what I love is that camaraderie and that drive. And when you're able to see people that are still passionate about what they do after 30 and 40 years of working in this industry since a child, and that's something special, because a lot of people don't have their passion anymore, and they just look at it as a business, and they're like, all right, turn around, where's the next project, give me the next script, all right, yep, well, let's do that, but no, give me the right script. Let's look at this script. What can we do to this script? How can we make these scenes better? What can we do in these scenes to make these scenes better? And that's what you really need, is that passion. And people that lost it lost so much more than just their passion. But we had that, and we loved what we were doing. We knew we had something special, and the pilot was definitely a testament to that. And that's what really set the tone for the whole show.
I remember watching like season 4 where everyone's character art started really stretching their legs, and you and Walter and Walter's wife, and everyone really. And I kept thinking to myself, how did they know these actors were going to be able to deliver 4 years later in these huge ways? So they just take a gamble, because everyone seemed to deliver.
Well, I think they knew Bryan, they knew Anna, they knew Ben. I think I was the only one that they were really gambling on, because I only was working about 6 months to a year when I booked Breaking Bad. I just started acting. I was 12 turning 13 when I started acting, and I was 13 turning 14 when I started Breaking Bad. And I think I was the only person they were really gambling on as an actor to deliver a arc. Bryan had been in the industry for quite a while, Anna as well. Like, everyone except for me had this long history of theater and television and film and being in the arts, and I did not.
How do you not be intimidated when you're at the dinner table acting with these people?
See, the thing about it was I didn't think about that. I think when you're so busy, if you're busy being intimidated, you're not living in the moment. If you're busy living in a realm of fear and, oh my God, this is Bryan Cranston and a Gunn. If you're like that, you're not doing your job. You're not thinking about where you're at. You're not playing that character. You're caught up in actuality. You're caught up in real life. And for me, I live in that scene. I try when I act and I perform. I don't try to bring my outside world into that. My world is that world, and I live in that world. That is my character. My character is me, and as soon as I'm all set, I go back to actuality. I go back to my real life. But when I'm in that moment, that's not. I try not to drag that in there, and I try to keep those two things separate.
Is that the essence of acting, being in the moment and being in that character?
I mean, it's that's what they teach you in acting. It's living in the moment.
Yeah.
That's what they taught me in acting, and I feel like in life, if you're not present, there's a gloss, and you don't see what's around you, and we have a tendency not to. And I'm always very observant. I try to always observe and to be in the moment and to live what I'm doing, even off the set. And And I think that a lot of people don't do that. And especially as an actor, we need to be in that moment, to connect with that moment. For me, our job is to affect an emotional response into someone. Our job is to breathe life into something that necessarily has no life. To give it a soul, to give it a character. And not your soul, but a new soul, a different person. And I think that's what I love about it. I think this is the most amazing thing, when you can go into a job and you can be someone completely different. I love every minute of that. And I try to take that to everything I do. And there's different levels of how I behave with an interview, how I behave on set, how I behave with a photo shoot, how I behave on a runway, what do I behave like on a street or in like a bar. And I pretty much have a different character in, like, I don't do it on purpose, but naturally I tap into a different way of thinking and a different way of talking. Like from like how I'm talking now versus how I was talking when I first walked in here. Mm-hmm. Like it's a different process that once I'm in that moment, it just clicks for me and I do it naturally.
To watch the rest of this fascinating interview, click on the link below and go to londonreelacademy.com. There you can sign in with your social media, log in and watch the rest of the episode for free, along with all of our episodes on London Real, my webinars, and all of our premium content, all located over at londonreelacademy.com. So click on the link below, you'll be directed there and you can watch the rest of this fascinating interview, and I'll see you there.